Hello everybody and welcome to Letterbox Book Club. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Claire.
And welcome to our 2023 Wrapped session. Yes, we finally got Spotify Wrapped, and I shouldn't say finally because it comes out at the same time every year.
It's not like we've been waiting ever so patiently for
this. But our Wrapped, so we've got all our statistics and we're just going to talk about those, and we're going to talk about 2023.
Yeah, goals and
and
books.
then we're going to talk about 2024.
Yeah. More goals and books. Yeah, but firstly, on this day, the 8th of December, it is Kenzie's birthday. Woohoo! So happy birthday, Kenzie.
I am definitely not past my mid-20s now.
I have some gifts for her just because she made me unwrap mine on potty, open, whatever. I can hold it for you.
Oh, there we go.
All right, some ASMR. Got a couple of little knickknacks.
I'll do some ASMR. I forgot if it was my birthday for a second.
I will never forget.
I feel like, every year though. Not that it becomes less important, but you're just like, oh, it's my birthday. Like,
depends on the vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, but also by the same token, it's happy birthday, but happy anniversary. If you know, you know.
It is a pretty card.
Just a little something. Just don't have much way with words.
Nice. I'm not going to read it out loud because this is private. Thank you.
No wuckers.
She's like, it's always like, oh, thanks.
Thanks, money comes out.
The money comes out.
There was no money.
You spend all the time reading the card. Yeah.
No.
Oh, is it an order that you wish me to open these in?
No, do whatever you want.
I always give Luke an order, and he gave me an order.
No, it doesn't matter. That just sounds very controlling of you, Kenzie. You have to open this one first.
Well, it's just like you hype it up to like the main gift.
I don't think I've hyped you up on anything in particular. Just ignore that. I just had to identify.
Okay.
It's an identifying K.
Yeah. These ones that got lost in transit?
Yes. This is the rigmarole.
Oh. It is a necklace, everybody, and it has a book on it.
Yes, because I saw it on Etsy because I bought one for me, and I'm like, I wonder if Kenzie would like it.
Also, very ironically, just earlier, I said to Claire, I was like, I like your necklace. Yeah. And you're a liar then, because you're like, I've had it for ages.
I mean, I technically have, because it has since arrived. Yeah. And then I was trying to be sneaky because I know you like rose, like pinky colour, so I thought the rose gold one you'd like. Yeah. But then I managed to weasel out of you that you are a silver galley, and even though I know you're a silver jewelry gal, but I'm like, you never know. So
I used to be a rose gold gal, and then I turned into a silver gal.
So really, the silver one was meant to be mine, but I did a switcheroo for you.
Aww. I mean, we can switcheroo if you really
alright.
want.
No, it's okay. I've had this on for a couple weeks now. So.
It is a book, everybody. Oh, I know what this is. Yay!
There we go. Yeah.
It is Divine Rivals. It is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Is this when we went to
something Raven, Book Raven or something?
But we went to Werribee.
Oh yeah, Werribee.
Yeah,
Werribee.
Right.
Yeah, I did.
And you're like, you need to go away.
Yeah, you need to step away for no reason.
Did I tell you? I just thought you were farting. Because I do that to Luke. I was like, you need to go away. When we were in a store, we just crop dust people.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
No wuckers. Thanks so much. And because I don't see you wear jewelry often, so I'm like, I don't know if she's actually gonna like it.
I do. So this is the thing, because Luke buys me jewelry as well. Because I've been so used to. I'm just making it shorter.
That's okay.
I've been so used to work because everybody, I'm a chef. In case we haven't spoken about that. So I've been so used to not wearing jewelry that I just like consistently don't. But I always wear them on special occasions.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah. Thanks.
No worries.
Thanks
yeah,
so much.
I just know that the edges can be a little sharp as well. So sometimes it feels like you're being stabbed in the throat when you're sleeping.
Okay,
but that's
that.
fine. I know you like that. So there we go.
Thanks,
another
everybody.
extra meeting. No
Thanks.
worries.
Right.
How has your birthday been so far?
It has been great. I just need to go and check on Poppy and then I'll be back.
That's okay. And I was very glad with my wrapping because, as we know, I haven't wrapped a present in like years. So it was very nicely done.
I didn't pay close attention. You
That's
should have
alright.
seen Luke's. Did I take a photo? I think I took a photo because I was like, I need to show Claire.
You did tell me that like there was a corner sticking out and you could see inside, and that was a little bit disappointing.
Oh, you can't really tell, but on the back sides it was bad.
Yeah.
And it's like
doesn't matter. The backside doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you could see like when you turned it over, the white inside of the wrapping paper.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But now, let me tell you, these necklaces, the delivery, the shipping was a fucking rigmarole, let me tell you.
I also, for
Pain in the
Christmas,
ass.
got you something from Etsy. And
Yeah.
yeah.
But like, I'm not blaming Etsy, I'm blaming the shipping.
Yeah.
It's the once it leaves the store and it gets posted out, like it's not the store's fault.
Yeah.
But the rigmarole, the stress.
Yes. And I've had a good birthday so far.
Yeah.
I was awoken at 4 a.m. by my daughter, which is fine.
It's norm.
It's norm. She's a baby. And then I just couldn't get back to sleep. And then Luke wakes up at 4:45. So I was like, I'll just lie here.
If I lay here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to allude that you got another book for your birthday from Luke.
Oh, yes. I did.
Do you want to say what it's called? I don't know. We could potentially read it.
Yes. I was going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it's a part of your thing. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Alrighty. Well, now that your presents are out of the way, and we've all wished Kenzie a very happy birthday, despite this is going to be released after Christmas, but anyway, or the holiday season.
Yes.
We're going to quickly run through some of our potty Spotify rap stats because that's what we did last year and we thought it was fun, and it's nice to see how much we've grown and or improved upon. So good little points of reflection, I guess. All right, you kick us off, Kenzie.
All right. I don't have a comparison though because I was lazy.
Oh yeah, that would have been such a good idea. Oh my goodness. I can
get the comparison, but it's different layout this year. So, all right. So
just go to your mum's. Does your mum post on Facebook?
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah. No.
All right. Okay. Hang on. We're a really serious and organized podcast. She posts a lot of memes. So. And also, it probably would have been easy to go to my Facebook because I don't post on mine.
Yeah. Imagine it pops up on your memories. Remember this time last year you posted this about Letterboxd Book Club?
All right, I'm going to go to mine because my mother posts too much. Love her, but she's a boomer. Here we go.
All right. That was very easy. Even I found it. Yeah.
Okay, so last year we were streamed in 57 countries. And this year, in 2023, we were streamed in 103 countries.
Yep.
So the United States was still our top listen.
Fair. Reasonable.
Yep.
To be expected.
Yeah, so United States was still our top. India was still our second. Last year, United Kingdom was our fifth, but this year it's our third.
Ooh.
And then last year, Germany was our fourth, but this year it's the Philippines, and our fifth was Australia.
Yeah, no, very good.
Yeah.
Very diverse.
Yeah.
It was shared.
Our top episode was Red, White, and Royal Blue.
For this year?
For this year. Last year, I don't think I had it.
I don't think you posted it.
Yeah, I didn't post it last year, yeah.
I think it was, it could have still been Red, White, and Royal Blue, I think, maybe.
Anyway, so also in our huge growth, last year we were a top 10 podcast for 482 users. This year we were a top 10 podcast for 4,520 fans.
What a fucking jump.
Which is crazy. And last year we were top 5 for 294.
But not to burst our own bubble, but if you've listened to one podcast your whole year just on a whim, and like you've never listened to it since, like it's going to calculate that.
Yeah. And then, so last year we were top 5 for 294. This year we were top 5 for 3,120.
Yeah.
And I don't have last year's stat on top podcast, but this year we were top podcast for 742
people. Love that. Very good.
Yes.
And our most shared episode was Icebreaker, which makes sense because Icebreaker really popped off in the beginning of this year,
and I think we really monopolized on like its release and stuff with that one.
We really like nipped it in the bud. And then we were just how the podcast was shared is always just an interesting look, because there's like a 40% share in a direct link. I'm not sure what that entirely means. Is it from?
I think it's from Spotify. You can copy link.
Oh, okay.
I know that I have shared it directly to people from Spotify.
Yeah, and I share it on Instagram all the time. I wonder if that adds that in. But anyway, then there's 40% from Instagram itself, so that's probably from the stories, maybe. I don't know. And then 10% WhatsApp, which I always find a little strange. Weird, and then 5% other, and then 5% from Snapchat, which is such an ominous thing. Like, who is sharing?
I'm sharing it to Snapchat.
Kenzie.
But I'm sharing it from Spotify to Snapchat.
Okay.
Yeah, to people.
Okay, all right. All these stats are all you. You just accumulated all these stats for us. Yeah, it's just been crazy how much. What it comes down to is, like, the consistency and getting like the popular-esque books out there as well. And just jumping on bandwagons, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
And I will never be ashamed of that.
I'll never be ashamed of that.
I'm out there to get my bread.
Yeah, exactly. I think when Fourth Wing came out, like we were on top of that within the first couple of weeks of it
and
coming.
I think, exactly, when things are popular, we'll push other books to get the...
We have a very professional schedule that we like to upkeep, but sometimes we have to make amendments, and for that, it has to happen sometimes. Which is fine. No, it's crazy. Like, yeah, looking at the stats and just seeing how far we've
I
kind of
didn't
come.
look at like they haven't compared them, so I didn't realize
No,
that,
yeah.
last year we were so proud for being top 10 for 482 and now it's 4,000.
Yeah, no, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I'm here just being overthinking, maybe a little bit cynical, being like, yeah, but what if someone, listened to it once out of curiosity within that window? It's still a listen. Yeah, it's still a listen. Yeah, whatever. But no, it's good. It's good. You should send your mum the comparison, make a little collage and be like...
I will.
Because we know how much your mum is our number 1 fan. Or she's our number 2 fan, I guess. In spirit. Luke is our number 1 fan.
You're our number 1 fan.
I was in the top 1% or something. Because I got to find the TikToks and I got to skim through everything. You'd be pretty high because you always listen to the episodes finalised.
Yeah, I do. But I used to listen... like
before
the
it's
direct
released,
link or whatever.
Because, and I haven't been sending them via the email. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait, Kenzie.
That's okay.
But no, I love that for us. Alrighty, we're probably just gonna move on from that unless there's any other final thoughts. Do we want to add? I know we're going to go through a series of questions to kind of reflect on our book year and our readings and our thoughts and feelings and all that type of stuff. But now that we've just summarized the wrapped statistics, do we want to just talk about potential goals for the future, now?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So if I remember, the goals that we had for 2023 was to reach just 1K followers on Spotify. And we've done that. And then I think I have reach out or have asked to receive an ARC.
Yes.
Technically, one was if you want to ARC, comment and we'll send
to you. We're not going to hold you to it.
Yeah, and that's what happened. But then coming in clutch towards the end of the year, we got an email for an ARC review for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And we are so keen for that. And so tick, our goals have been met.
Yeah.
They're not...
And I feel like as well, we're not here sitting, trying to push engagement, trying to push stuff and trying to be gotta meet that goal, It's here's a goal, it's going to be really cool if we meet it.
And it's realistic.
It's chill, yeah.
It's realistic and it's not absurd. It's
I remember though when I think we got to 900 and something on Spotify, followers or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were just watting, watching it tick over, and then because it's not in real time.
Yeah, no, you gotta wait 24 hours for everything to
update.
And
I remember within that day, it was happening or whatever, and you kept sending me. I was it's happening.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny, at the end of the day, I don't really care about that stuff, but it just gets you excited and it just validates what you're doing. And another big goal was essentially engagement, which that has kind of been the same. It's been stagnant, which is fine because I'm in 2 minds, and I've said this last year as well. I don't mind just being there on the internet. I don't care if anybody comments or talks about it or discusses it. So long as they listen to it and just may have had a good time, sure.
Yeah.
I know we
also have this, we don't want to be perceived. It's okay
funny.
if you're a stranger on the internet, that's fine. But if you're someone I know, don't listen.
I don't want anyone I know listening. Yeah, I don't want to be perceived.
Especially when I'm out here, I think we were just talking about this as well, when I'm out here, I want to have ghost sex, because I don't actually want to have ghost sex. But
no, you're just being a little goofy.
In the context of the books,
Yeah, that was in Hunting Out a Line.
Yeah, I'm really out here exposing myself for things.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm not too keen on the engagement aspect. I'm happy to just be out there in the universe, being perceived by the strangers and not the people around me. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But obviously a little bit more engagement would be nice. But it's not be-all, end-all. Because ultimately, I'm enjoying the process of the reading and the recording and the editing.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun just doing this in general.
And at the end of the day, you have a full-time job. And I am a... part-time stay-at-home mum, I guess. And so we're not out here having grinding and
only grind if we have to.
And we don't film, so we don't have any BTS. I don't want to do any BTS stuff.
What's out there is out there. We're doing our best given our livelihoods. There are people out there who do a lot more within their same circumstance, and good on them. We just do what we want to do, just puttering around. And I'm really happy with what we've produced content-wise, and I'm just really pleased. I don't know. The only way you can go is up. Unless Kenzie says something controversial about her likes and dislikes and we get cancelled.
Sorry, it will be me. If we get cancelled, it will be on me.
She'll say something out of pocket.
And now we've been doing this for...
almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. So I feel like we've become a lot more comfortable in talking about books.
Yeah.
A lot more comfortable in saying when we hate something and telling each other. No, I think it's funny when we don't tell each other we've DNF'd a book.
Yeah, no, it's becoming a bit.
But we've become more comfortable. Like, I feel like at the start, I'm like, I don't like this book, but I need to push through. But now, I know, like the Christmas book, I said to you, I was like, Claire, like I can't do it this year. I'm like, I can't read another goofy holiday romance.
Yeah, we're still figuring out kind of like our dynamic as well. Because in the beginning we used to always tell each other, talk about books a bit more extensively even before the potty, and then you just kind of repeat on the potty. But now we're kind of holding our own thoughts together. Yeah,
which I think is
good.
Is better, because I felt like sometimes at the start it was all, like felt a bit rehearsed because obviously we'd like spoken about things, but now we get to go in like with a surprise. Yeah,
we just be like, what do you know? What do you know? What are you gonna say?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you ask me, do you think I like this book? And I'm like, I genuinely do not know. Trying to bamboozle me, try and humiliate. But no, I've just been enjoying the process. Maybe it's just because it's become routine now. Yeah.
And I like, and this is also my fault as well, but because it used to be consistently like Fridays that we would record, and now like can't do it. Like, so now it's like Sunday night or like Saturday,
it's a nighttime.
Or it's a nighttime, or
it was in the morning on a Friday, then it became like a Sunday afternoon, and then it's all over the place. Yeah,
now it's like Monday, like after 2 p.m. or something like.
It's fine. Like, we have that flexibility and we're able to do that, which is fine. And we're always, accommodating if we got work or other sort of commitments or issues. Like, it's fine. Like, it's chill.
It is the silly season.
We've worked in a way where we're able to have a backlog, and like we can miss a couple of weeks of actually reading and recording if we need to. Like we're never going to be, I don't ever want to be put in a position where I have to force something out the week of. Like, I never want to feel, that makes me just feel unorganized, and I know we have a little bit of time.
I think the only thing we've done that really for this year is Iron Flame, but Iron Flame like part 1. Oh no, we didn't even release it the week of, we recorded the week of release. And then we just rearranged all the other books around it and stuff. I think it's always funny as well because we have such a really good consistent backlog, and we will continue doing that because next year Claire has some exciting things going on.
It's going on a holiday.
But I know, like, I've had conversations with people and they like ask about an episode or whatever, and I was like, oh, they're like, what book did you read this week or whatever? I'm like, oh, like this one. Like, oh, like I'll listen next week. I'm like, it's not going to be out for 7 weeks. And they're like, what? Like, they don't understand. It's like, I'm not here recording live. Like, I'm not recording and releasing on the same day. Like,
no. No. Yeah, and even before we started the podcast, we were like, all right, we need at least 2 or 3 books already done before we even begin posting something.
Because, like sometimes things come up, like we have commitments and we can't record that week, or we can't read that week. So it's nice to have that. Or like sometimes you're sick. I'm consistently sick.
She has the weakest immune system. Yes. We always, we record ahead. And sometimes it is becoming a funny thing where it's like, all right, we've recorded this on this day. This is going to be released in like 4 weeks' time.
I remember the best one was when we first started. And
it was Throne of Glass.
Yeah, Throne of Glass. And I was like, oh, happy, like by the time this comes out, Happy Easter. And it did come out like the Easter. And I used to just like,
it was so funny.
Freeballed it. Like, I was like,
something. Well, then that fuck up had to have happened then because it allowed it to happen. Yeah. No, that was so good. It was so funny.
All right. So speaking of that, what do you have any podcast goals for 2024?
Again, these are realistic goals. Like, I'm not going to say something outrageous like 10,000 Spotify followers. But maybe reach 2.2k. That seems reasonable.
Yep.
Another K on Spotify. And again, just more engagement, ? Like, again, but I'm also happy to just be out there in the world. Like, not a few extra comments here and there wouldn't hurt. Maybe at least 250 YouTube subs, because we're at like 150 something now, which is fine. And maybe like 3 arcs is a reasonable goal. I think.
Well, we've got one.
Either we reach out. I mean,
do we count that for this year though?
I'll count it, even though it's going to be released next year. I'll count it for this year because in the email timestamp.
And that was a goal. Our goal this year was to have an arc.
And maybe 3. Even
for anyone, sorry, who doesn't know, an arc, because also I didn't know until this year as well. An arc is an advanced reader copy. A lot of book talkers, reviewers, or like all those good people, they receive stuff in advance for a review. I'm going to talk more about that as well in a different question.
Just within the 3 arcs, like, I don't care if we reach out, if they reach out to us. Like, I don't care. I was just so excited when you sent me the message the other day that someone reached out to us.
I got scared because I saw I had a response, because I responded and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much, like blah, blah, blah. And then they responded, and then our email platform that we use, I'm not going to dox us. Anyway, it flagged it as like a scam.
Oh really?
So then I had to go into like spam and like unflag it. And I was like, no, this is like a real person. And then I got scared that it wasn't.
Actually, no, Kenzie, this is the time to plug our email for anyone to reach out.
Okay, okay. Well, then we use Gmail, and it is letterboxbookclub@gmail.com.
Yeah, sure. If anyone
wants to reach out
send
for
me
a
whatever reason.
happy birthday email.
Maybe a happy birthday email. You know what? This is gonna be the hardest one, but maybe a sponsor.
Oh yeah.
For next year, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who would do it.
Yep.
We've been trying to get Bill Sense and they won't do it to us.
Just
Gave up on them.
Also, now I've gone sober, so
by choice.
by
no,
choice.
No
Yeah.
reason. Like,
also, I was not an alcoholic. It is just by choice, like personal
yeah.
reflection and growth and personal journeys. That's for the other podcast.
No, we were on their asses so hard and they gave us nothing. So like I haven't thought about them since.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, so funny. Maybe a sponsor. Don't know.
Yeah.
That's probably reaching a bit too much.
Well,
like,
I'll talk about that more in like in the question. I have some things written down.
Okay, all right. Love that. All right. Well, what do you goals wise? What do you want us to achieve?
I would like at least maybe 500 followers on Instagram.
Okay.
Because like we're good on like TikTok and we're good on like Spotify and stuff, and but Instagram like we're lacking a little bit,
neglected.
which is fine. Yeah.
We have.
And then
Instagram has its own aesthetic, and it's like you can't really do more for it without.
And then within that, like as part of that goal as well, is that sometimes I can write really funny captions for our posts, and other times I'm like,
I can tell.
Yeah, I'm like I can't, like I run off my feet a lot. So I'm thinking that like as part of my goal, like as a personal growth thing, I need to like when I read the book, I think I need to like sit down and write like what the caption is gonna be, and then
all right, I love that for you.
So. Yeah, because funny, because I know, like, my hunting Adeline one was really funny this year. So, and I've had a couple of funny ones, but yeah.
Don't worry, I can tell. I never bring you up on it because, like, I don't care. Summarizing, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
And then because also as well, because sometimes the books are like 6 weeks in the past at that point.
Yeah,
and so I'm like,
forgotten.
I can't remember. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Anyway, I'm like, what are their names?
So
like,
long as we have our 3 emoji signature, we're good to go.
Even when we're recording, which will be like, usually pretty soon after we've read the book, I'm like, I can't even remember the main character's name. So another goal as well is that I don't want us to pigeonhole ourselves into like a corner.
Okay.
So like I know we do a lot of like romantasy books and those are my favorite, but I would like to more like just like romance books or whatever, or like just random standalone books.
Okay, more standalones, I guess.
Yeah, which is fine. But it's like, so in that for my birthday I got Happy Place by Emily Henry.
Okay, yeah.
Which is a TikTok sensation, but yeah, it's like that's like one I really want to do. And now coming up as well, like we're doing 1,000 Boy Kisses. So yeah, just more like random books.
Not necessarily like Book Talk famous or Book Talk talking about. Yeah. Or even they were around before Book Talk got their grubby little hands on them. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. Yeah. Even if it's like a genre sort of shift as well every now and then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think like we're good on the romantasy. Like we're very good, like consistent. So I'd like to stay in that realm. That is like my favorite realm. But yeah, every now and then just have like a break as well, because I know not everyone wants to read like these fantasy books. Like I know like my family members are like, I just don't understand the fae. Like I don't get it. Like I can't get behind the bat wings.
You know,
like,
you know. Or the cooey.
Yeah.
The cooey that's thrumming. Yeah, I get it. But I find fantasy is like a real exciting sort of genre because you're always learning something new from the author, whereas you're reading, I don't know, a modern fictional book and it's like, I don't care that they're in New York. Like, what am I going to learn about that, you know? Yeah, and I also like to have... like a palate cleanser?
Yeah, palate cleanser. And also, sometimes I don't like modern books because...
It's too relevant.
And then when they use like TikTok or Snapchat, like
the lingo,
like keywords, like like what they call like trigger words. I get taken out of it, and it's like with fantasy, they're like I can suspend my disbelief or whatever.
You want that escapism too.
And I think I find I'm more critical of these like modern romances and stuff that we do because I'm like
I don't get it. Yeah, I completely understand what you mean. We are so harsh. Yeah,
and then another goal as well, like you, I think like I'd like a sponsor, and I think that like Dimmicks is a big reach, but I think
we're gonna scrap them. They give you a $5 gift card for your birthday. Dimmicks can get fucked.
No, but I think like because they have a millennial in there that does their TikTok, like our local Dimmicks, their TikTok is banging.
Oh, okay.
So I think
and you've seen them work?
Yeah, so I think if I can like get in with there, I'm like get a couple of bookmarks or something, you know, like get some merch.
Why not? We're going to sponsor this episode, here's a bookmark.
Yeah, get a tote bag.
It's like bitch, I read on my Kindle. What's the bookmark going to do?
I'll put it in like a case or something.
Decorative.
Or like a tote bag. Like
sure. Get something.
Yeah.
I mean, but we have options. There's QBD, not that we really shop at QBD, and then there's that place in Werribee, that Raven Raven or whatever.
I feel
it
like
was.
independent bookstores would be the more. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's always a goal.
Or maybe like a tea company, because I like to drink tea while I read my books. Yeah, why not? I think I said like at the start of last year as well, start of this year, or like in the Wrapped, I was like, we're going to reach out to more people, and like that just didn't happen. No, lots of things happened this year. But,
it's been a hectic year.
Yeah.
And like, again, it just comes down to like, sometimes you have a full-time job and you just want to relax and you don't want to be essentially side hustling. And again,
it's that thing of like being perceived. It's like, okay, well now I have to put myself out there, like here.
I mean, we need to be like the authors who publish books. Like, they are willing to put themselves out there for our criticism, so we should be able to do the same. There are people who are worried about, making money from their podcasts and stuff. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Like I've been enjoying the process. Like, I just want to talk about books.
I know, that we speak about another podcast where they started up straight away and then made a Patreon straight away. And it's like, I don't feel comfortable asking people to pay for like content that I'm going to give you anyway.
My opinion is not worth $5 a month.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I'd rather make income through like outside sources like sponsors and getting paid to do reviews and like arcs and stuff. It's like, I don't want to expect listeners to have to pay for my content.
We will always remain like free, I guess. Even though the books we buy isn't free and like you feel like you need to make that back, but like I'm going to be buying them and reading them anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't care. Alrighty, any other sort of goals?
No, that's all I really had.
I think maybe just a personal goal for me is just to take advantage of our breaks and actually read. Sometimes I procrastinate editing, and this is just a me thing. I'll have like 3 episodes built up where I need to edit, and I just smash them all out in a day. But
and sometimes, I'll have a really good week where I can read, like 2 or 3 small books in a week. Yeah. And then other times, especially this month, it's so busy. It's like I just don't have the time to smash out that many in a week. It's like even getting through one like 300-page book. It's like that's going to take the whole week.
Yeah. But what I do love about us is that we grind when we need to grind. We'll smash out 2 books in a week if we need to, but these days it is just the one, but that's fine. Yeah. We're setting ourselves up for good success, and it's going to be a grind for when I eventually go on a holiday. Yes. If it actually happens at this point. Hopefully. Yeah.
Would you like me to ask you a question?
Sure. So now we're just going to have a general book chit-chat. Yeah. Again, just like any highlights of the year and all that type of stuff and the books we want to read for next year, etc., etc.
Now, I haven't done a lot of research into what's coming out because busy.
Yeah, fair enough.
But for what we know about what is coming out, what is your most anticipated read of 2024?
It's got to be House of Shadow and Flame, of course, because it is one, it's off the bat, it's in January, and because I feel like we've been waiting a while for it now. Yeah. Highly anticipated series by Sarah J. Maas, of course. Yeah. Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, etc. Crescent City, of course. It's going to be banging. Yeah. And then obviously the 3rd book in the Emperine series by Rebecca Yarros. Like, that's a big one. Yep. But in terms of stuff that I don't really know about, now I don't know if this is a series, but there's this book called Dark Air. It looks like this, the cover. I don't know if you've seen that floating around. I'm pretty sure that's a 2nd book, maybe, by C.S. Pacat. Like, I've been seeing that a lot, and there's a few like Ali Hazelwood and Tessa Bailey books, of course, that are going to be dropping next year. So maybe we might, depending on how we feel, we might take a step back or embrace them a little more. I don't know. Everything's just the same at this point with their books. But no, what about you? Anticipated releases. I'm sure more will come up as books are actually being released.
So my first one obviously is Flame and Shadow. Of course. And then I've put in. What the heck
is that word? That is not a word.
I've put as well ACOTAR 5 because
is that coming out next
year? I don't know when it's coming, but like I don't think it's been released, but we'll see. And then also the next From Blood and Ash, just because
it's ending,
and it started so strong, and I named my daughter after the main character, so I need to see it till the end.
You've made this commitment now. Yeah. Now you're committed to her for the rest of her life. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. And then obviously, when we're trying to research it, all it came up in the articles is like January releases specifically, and of course that makes sense because
And so, and then I reckon in January we'll get the because America will get the summer 2024 releases.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And also Daydream by Hannah Grace, of course, as well. Will come out next year at some point. And then I think Goldfinch by Raven Kennedy, which is this will be the 6th book in the Play to Prisoner series. I think it's just all the series that we've read are now coming to an end and are finishing up, and those are obviously what we're excited for.
Yes.
We're just excited to be released from the hold that they have
and
on
then
us.
Also kind of going off books for a second,
Okay.
which we shouldn't. But
That's all right.
also ACOTAR and Fourth Wing are now in development for movie and TV series. Even though the series books are coming to an end, it's like then we'll get to like go back into it again.
I feel like in comparison, Fourth Wing is just beginning. Yeah. The Empyrean series is just beginning, whereas ACOTAR is genuinely coming to an end. Yeah. It's a crazy prospect. And I said this to you earlier, I really am now vibing for an animated series because you could just do so much more with it. It may take a lot more time and maybe even a bit more money because animation is hard and well worth it. But I think you're just going to get more out of animation than live action. Like live action isn't going to give you... Everyone's going to complain about something, but I feel like you could do a lot more with the animation. And I can see that now for ACOTAR especially. Yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier as well. Like I get it. I'm on board for animated ACOTAR. Because as well, I think there'd be a bigger fan base, and I think it's hard for people to get behind the Batwings and the Fae and everything. Yeah. But and then
it just won't look right.
But then Fourth Wing, I think they can do live action because I just think Game of Thrones and dragons and stuff, it can be done.
But then I just think about like in comparison to Game of Thrones, Fourth Wing has exceptionally more dragons, and I feel like the CGI aspect alone would just be hella expensive. Yeah. But, neither here nor there. We'll see how it goes. I suppose that's the update. Is there any It Ends With Us updates? Are they in post-production right now?
I think so, yeah. I think
what a shit show.
Heard anything because of SAG, but...
Oh, that's right. Ooh. But what a shit show, all those like TikToks and all the behind-the-scenes shoots.
Yeah, I'm holding hope. I'm holding hope.
Sure, yeah.
And I think they have, like, now I'm behind the aging up because, again, I think there were things that were, like, unrealistic. And I think it was, as well, Colleen Hoover said, you know, like, Ryle, it doesn't make sense that he's a 28-year-old neurosurgeon. Like, he wouldn't be out of school yet. Like, or, like, you'd still be in, like, a residency or something. Yeah.
I think for a movie like that, they would definitely have... like a focus group situation, so like they'd probably receive feedback as well, and they're trying to work around that. But then of course I completely forgot about the SAG strikes, so like who knows where they are in their element. But I'm sure that will come out like next year.
Before I ask you the next question, I'm just going to take a tiny little break.
Okay. All right, what's the next question, Kenzie?
What has been your favourite moment of the podcast 2023?
Moment of the podcast. It's probably going to be the same as you. It was getting the arc like 2 days ago. Okay. I don't know. I think just in general, we're just having a fun vibe. And like every time we record, it can be a little bit different depending on how we're feeling and how goofy. Did Luke's episode come out this year? The special one, or was that last year?
That was this year.
Yeah, like... Yeah. I liked including Luke as well because you're on his ass about reading and it's a fun different perspective.
And also because this will come out after Christmas, I will tell you that I have bought Luke a Kindle for Christmas because he, as soon as I got mine, he wanted one. And this man hadn't picked up a book in about 20 years.
The mad FOMO.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, you're not getting one until you finish your series because I'm not spending all this money on it if you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
And he just had FOMO. So this boy has hustled and this boy works a lot. So love him. But anyway, and so he has finished nearly. He's got like a couple of chapters left. But anyway, he's finished ACOTAR. So that was his reward was to get the Kindle for Christmas. So
yeah, we love that. I suppose other than the arc and just like reaching our goals essentially is what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what my favourite moments of the first. Okay, so my number one was spending time with Claire.
Fuck, you make me sound like an asshole.
No, but it's
inherently, whatever.
Yeah, and also in a world that is very crazy, it gives consistency. It's like every week I know that like at some point I have to sit down and also like I get to spend an hour just on myself, really, talking to you. Yeah. It's like my little break. It's like a reward. And then I said my other favourite moment was getting an arc because it's so exciting and like we didn't reach out.
It was almost, that goal was almost not going to be met and like I was fine with that. And then Laurel Black came in clutch. Yeah. Shout out to Laurel. Yes. I don't know if she'll listen to this.
Well, we'll talk more about her
later.
A
bit of a sneak peek.
Yeah. And then also another favourite moment that I've just thought of, it's just like a funny goofy moment is when we were reading, not Fixer Up, the other one, Tools of Engagement. Yeah, or whatever, and then...
I know what you're on about.
Yeah, we were talking, and Claire's just like talking about the story, blah, 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 and then I said, and then in that moment, I did not finish, and it was like
3 chapters in.
All those like goofy moments. You're just exposing yourself in Haunting Adeline as well.
Yes,
all the things that you like.
Yeah.
And just, like those funny moments are always going to be a highlight.
Yeah.
Like I always, as I'm editing them, the episodes, like I'm just always smiling and re-laughing because it's just so funny and we're just, like I think we're funny.
Yeah.
And it's just so silly and it's like, it just shows off our personality.
Another like favourite moment of this year as well, like individually, I have a friend who's like into reading and stuff, but now we have like even more to talk about because she'll come to me and be like, what do you think of this? Like, and I'm like, well, this episode has just come out, like I've just read it, like blah blah, this is what I think, blah blah. So it's like strengthened that friendship, which has been good. And then as well, like she's come to me and be like, I want to get a Kindle, like what's your opinion? So yeah. So
you've been branching out in that sense.
Interpersonal,
Yeah, it builds up.
Yeah, and then I've had people be like, oh, like, can you read this book? Like, I recommend this book. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Kenzie's not shy in telling other people. Anyone I know really knows except, like, my family and my cousins. Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I just don't like to be perceived. Just another one of my favourite moments was when it was in the X-Hex and you were reading the blurb for, like, the third book in, like, in your natural 2.0 speed. And you gasped. It was so funny. It was so good. And then you just the conversation afterwards where you're like, while we're here, talking about your you did speech stuff for
yes.
whatever it was. And it was just the justification of it. It was just so fun and so good.
Yeah, on that note as well, with like my natural reading pace, because I used to do acting in school. Like my notes was always, and like speech competition, but my notes was always like slow down.
Funny too.
And then we had like a dialect coach at school. Because I went to private school for like our acting stuff. And so one of the things she said, because like it's acting, so we're on stage, and she's like, get up and like move around, like have intention in your scene or whatever. And she's like, every time you say a sentence, like then move direction. And she's like, and that's when you take your breath.
Oh.
But obviously when I'm reading, I can't get up and move around, so I'm just like
I loved it. It was just so good. See, a lot of our TikTok moments I try and find is always a funny moment for us. All right, well, I might ask you a question, Kenzie, unless there's any more favourite moments. Just like, a general goofiness, a general vibe. Yeah. It's great. Bamboozling each other, deceiving. Love it. So, Kenzie, we'll start off with like a poor vibe first. What was your least favourite book in
Haunting Adeline. I know it's not on the podcast.
No.
Okay, I have a few because I'm like, this is really hard because I disliked things for certain reasons, and then so I'll go through. So even though it's not on the podcast, but I did read it, and like the intent was to have it on the podcast, but then I was like, we can't do this to the people.
For those interested, it is on our spooky Halloween's special like
a recap
episode. There's a recap that Kenzie
so
talks about.
Haunting Adeline was fine because I can suspend my disbelief and like whatever. But Haunting Adeline just is a book that should not have been written, and just like the visceral reaction I had to it is enough for me to just say it shouldn't. That was my least favorite. So there was that one, and then there was Throttled. Just because we were both like, I can't do this.
All right. Yeah, go on.
Oh, wait, which one was it? Like Throttled and then Collided?
Collided.
Oh, Collided. Sorry, it was Collided.
That was mine too,
Sorry, Collided, not Throttled.
Throttled was alright, but then Collided was just Throttled 2.0.
Yeah, Collided was like, we can't do it, Okay, and then another one was Ice Planet Barbarians.
Oh. That was funny though. That was
funny.
That was the highlight favorite moment of 2023.
But it was like, I can't recommend this, because people are like, what are you doing reading this? Like what are you into?
It's for the lols though.
Yeah, and then I couldn't remember if Good Girl Complex was this year or not.
No, it was last year.
Yeah, okay. So those were my 3 least favourites.
Yeah. My least favourites, it was Collided, and then just Loath to Love You, because I don't think I've ever DNF. I've DNF'd like 2 out of the 3 short stories.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and they're short story.
They're short stories, I rage quit 2 pages in because I'm like, I don't care about your fucking croissants.
That was me with the second Christmas one that we're doing. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah. Or maybe just, again, a personal growth goal. We need to, not be afraid to just say, I don't care about these characters and I don't care about this book. It's not fulfilling me in any way, and that's fine. And like, I'm easily impressed though when it comes to books. Like, if you publish a book, like, you're already on the pedestal for me, but like, sometimes you just can't get around it. All right, well, in that case, Kenzie, what has been your favorite books of 2023?
Okay, I have several.
Several? Yeah, that's fine. It's been a good year.
I have to say, and despite the direction it's gone, my favorite, actually, what do you think, first of all?
I haven't had a chance to really think what you would like. I need a quick squiz. Obviously, Fourth Wing must have been up there.
It's on there, but it's not top.
Your top.
Yeah.
Is it The Night Circus?
No.
All right. No, Cruel Friends. I know you love the Cruel Friends series. No, is it Hooked?
No.
I don't. Yeah.
It should be, but okay. So my favourite was From Blood and Ash.
Okay, of course. Yeah. Despite the trajectory.
Exactly, despite the trajectory it's taken.
Oh, yeah, I should have known.
And then it is Fourth Wing.
Yep.
And then tied is Icebreaker and Scarred / Hooked. I hold Scarred above Hooked.
Yeah, Scarred was so good.
Yeah, and then they just got silly.
Yeah, Wretched is just where they draw the line. It was a Wretched book.
Yeah, and then so they're all like romantasy and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like my standalone favourite was The X-Hex.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the first book where I've been like, I don't have any qualms.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a genuinely great
fun
book.
time.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Fun, adventure, a little bit of romance, a little bit of mystery.
Yeah.
You know, adventure, working together.
Yeah.
A little goofy. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
What about you?
Alrighty.
Do you want me to guess? I won't be able to guess.
Sure.
Night Circus?
Yeah. Because I guess. I really liked it. I liked...
Well, that was your recommendation.
Yeah.
So,
it was my birthday recommendation. No, I did like the narrative structure of the disjointedness and the unraveling of it. And of course...
And I didn't like that, but that's fine.
People find that unappealing, and that's great. I just love the disjointedness of it.
Oh, and I think, sorry, going off that very quickly, sorry, I know you're still talking as well, but
okay.
I think this year we've become a lot more comfortable in being like, I like this for this, or / I didn't like this for this, and like we don't both have to love the book, and we can like different things about it and love. Yeah. Like in Haunting Adeline, when he like loses the little girl or whatever.
He has a cry.
Yeah, he has a cry, and you're like, I just couldn't, and I was like, no, that was my favourite part. Like,
we're becoming just figuring out what each other likes and stuff, and being open
in the
to
bedroom.
Not that we. Yeah, not that we have to agree or disagree on anything, but it's fun to have those opposing opinions too. Because I think, we were so stressed, or maybe internally stressed about like, in order to have a good podcast, we have to be in agreement.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm afraid to go against Claire or whatever. No. Like, not in that or anything, but I was like, oh, like, what does it say? Like, we don't like the same book, like, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah.
And I sometimes, even throughout books, like, I'll say something like, either I like it or I dislike it. And then, I don't know, you'll say something so succinct and it'll just, like, reopen my mind about it. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I changed my mind. I agree with that. Yeah. But going off at Night Circus... Yeah, I did enjoy it despite it being really slow, and just the unraveling, and the X-Hex for the same reasons as you, just because it was just fun and goofy and magical and so cute. And then honorary mention would be like Fourth Wing, of course, because I don't remember the last book. I've had such a hangover, and I was dreading reading the next book because it was going to pale in comparison. Yeah. And then if I had to chuck in another one, I'd probably say Icebreaker as well, just because it was just such a fun book and it was a good vibe. And the episode as well was just very fun to record and everything. And it was just good conversations. Yeah. I know sometimes we get too analytical, or it's too recappy, too book recappy, and we're still trying to find the balance between the two.
I think as well, like, the more I dislike a book, the more just like recappy I'll be, because I'm like, I don't want to talk about it, so this is what happened. But whereas like Iron Flame now, for example, like we can do 2 parts of that. Yeah. Whereas like before, let's just get through it. But now it's like we're comfortable. And it's like we can talk about like more an umbrella kind of topics around it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Also, going off, now that we're comfortable disliking different things or like liking different things, it's always now, because we've introduced our To the Stars That Listen segments. Where we just find like the reviews or whatever. And now it's like, if I like a book and the review shit, then like I'll get defensive. But it's like, if the book's bad and then there's really good reviews, I'm like, why does this happen? Like, this is a shit book. Like,
validates. But a lot of the good reviews are still really broad and vague. But the 1 stars, they get popping. I'm getting on TikTok now, like, there's a picture of the book and it's just like the funny 1 stars. Yes. I've seen one for like Icebreaker and for a couple other things. It's just so funny. Yes. People get so butthurt. Alrighty. And now we are just going to reveal our top 5 books that we want to read or prioritize in 2024. Yes. So we've already have a bit of a backlog, which we could probably just reveal. Like, it's not like a secret. So we're taking a 2-week break over Christmas and New Year. So on the 8th,
because we deserve it.
Because why not? So on the, if I can get this right, 8th of January, which would be a Monday for us, we will be releasing Wildfire as the first book of 2024 by Hannah Grace. Love that. And then after that, on the 15th of January, we'll be releasing A Fire in the Flesh, or is Flesh in the Fire?
A Fire in the Flesh.
A Fire in the Flesh by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the third prequel book in her From Blood and Ash series world. So that's fun. And I know it hasn't been decided, but I think it'll be 1,000 Boy Kisses after that on the 22nd. And then on the 29th, I'm going to assume will be Gold.
Yes.
From Raven Kennedy, which is part of the Plated Prisoner series. So January is pretty booked and busy. Love that. We're also going to have a fun fanfic February situation where we're going to read some of the top like fan fiction books, like for example like Duplicity, which is I know it's historically a Harry Styles one. And then
I haven't decided which one, but I want to read a Dramini fanfic,
but not manacled,
because I think it's huge.
It's chunky.
Yeah, it's chunky. Okay. So that might be
if we're so far ahead, we could definitely squeeze it in.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think if I can just find like a quick one shot kind of situation.
Okay.
And also I know I said that wrong. And then I want to do the Mist and Fury from Resend's point of view,
and then I've chucked out there like the Hunger Games, but Peter Malark's point of view. There's huge fan fiction. It's very popular.
Try and find it.
Yeah, very popular fan fictions. So that's going to be fun. Fanfic February. And then March, we'll just go where the vibes takes us.
Yeah.
Kenzie and I are going to reveal some books that we definitely will read this year.
Sorry, I just opened TikTok and I had 3,561 notifications. And I was like, what is that from? And it's my comment on...
I love that, though.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I was the first person to like your comment, Kenzie.
Thank you.
But yeah, back to
Sorry,
the books.
go on.
Kenzie and I are going to reveal the 5 books that we will definitely read this year.
Yeah.
It will come out probably after Fanfic February or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first because
You're doing things.
All
right. And some of these books may be the same, but I forgot to add extra, but I'm sure others will pop up, of course. At the top of my list is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, because I know that is making the rounds on TikTok right now as well. And I think there's already 2 books, and I think a 3rd book is coming out next year as well. Yeah. So that would be something to definitely catch up on.
I'm just screenshotting this.
That's okay. My 2nd book is Serpent of Wings and Ruin. I know that was a big book coming into this year, but the hype seems to have died down. So I don't know what's going on with that. By Carissa Broadbent. And I also have Once Upon a Broken Heart. I think it's a trilogy or it's an ongoing series by Stephanie Garber. So I've been seeing a lot of cover aesthetics and it looks so pretty and I'm so intrigued by it. I also have Cleat Cute by Meryl Wilsner, which is like a sapphic soccer love story thing. Like I've been seeing that around and I'm very intrigued. And I also have These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. I'm pretty sure that was on my list last year, but we completely forgot about it. What we do is we start lists and then we just, again, forget about things.
So, I've only got one on my list that was on the list. So I want to do Happy Place by Emily Henry. I want to do Credence.
Ooh, I've heard of that, but I'm not too sure.
I need to find out by Penelope Douglas. I cannot escape the name Penelope.
You are destined. Yeah. Just to have Penelope.
And then Zodiac Academy,
no.
which we've been flying around for ages, by Carolyn Peckham and Suzanne Valenti.
That's a big series.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can just do the first one. That's fine. And then 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole, just because now that I'm in it, I want to finish it.
Fair enough.
And then Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which is out, but yeah.
I also saw that she has, I think it's either called Pride or Bride. It's like the werewolf one.
Oh yeah, we'll do that one.
Coming out next year as well. So those will be our top priority that we'll read. Primarily the first books, even if they're a part of the series, but I'm sure we'll pump out the rest of them if we see fit. Or maybe we shouldn't be afraid to put 2 books in one episode. I don't know.
But then we're losing content weeks.
All right. Okay. Sure.
Also, I'm pretty sure that the sequel to This Blood That Binds Us comes out as well.
Are we going to?
We have to now. We started it.
Oh, all right. All right, that's going to be our motto for everything. We started, now we have to finish it. I mean, we are going to finish From Blood and Ash for those that don't want to. It's completely lost the plot. Yeah. But it is what it is. But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about? No. Cheers to 2024. May it be filled with books. May it be filled with books. We are fulfilled personally. Yeah. Also, sorry, actually, I know that they're technically books, but I'm pretty sure graphic audio of Fourth Wing comes out next year. Oh, cool. And something else, but I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
Kenzie's all up in the graphic audio space, and
Yes.
she just sends me stuff that sounds funny or absurd.
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't reread. I don't reread or don't re-listen, but I'm gonna have to read.
Well, it just fills my heart and my soul where there's no movies. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
fair enough. But when you're reading, is it not a movie in your head?
It is, but now I have sound effects and I have different voices. Yeah, and it's easier now to
It's a
like
full immersive
picture. Yeah,
experience.
because also now that I've seen that comment, that's like I don't picture characters. I just picture like their
Figures.
description and then vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they have long hair and then the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Or like in Akatar, it's just Henry Cavill for everyone and Throne of Glass.
Same face syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess if there's nothing else, we can't go to the stars because...
We are the stars.
We are the stars. All right, if you can give our potty a 1-star review for this year, what would it be? I don't know, just
Can
off
this
the
girl not talk about ghost sex?
bat. Can Kenzie just reel it in
Yeah.
for 5 minutes? Can Claire...
Someone send her to therapy, please.
As I said, I'll pay for a therapy session. Can Claire stop saying the word like
Yeah,
all the
of
time?
us, yeah.
Like, I catch myself... Like, I never used to say like all the time, but I don't know, maybe I'm just nervous.
And now when I
trying-
re-listen to the episodes, I want to punch myself in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone past being scared of listening to my own voice,
Yeah.
obviously, because I have to try and find our TikToks and everything and clipped moments.
Yeah.
But or even and yeah, so yeah, but yeah, I need to get rid of this, get rid of it out of my vocabulary. I don't know, I'm just nervous and I
think,
just want to try and sound smart sometimes.
yeah, I'm going to get really stupidly deep here, but anyway.
okay. Go
And
for
I
it.
think as a woman, I'm scared to assert myself. So still, and that comes across when I will be trying to make a point or whatever, but I don't want to come across like,
Yeah, you got to dumb yourself
yeah,
down.
I got to dumb myself down, so that's what I say. And yeah, it's like, no, finish your sentence.
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
allowed to.
Of course, you don't have to dumb yourself down towards me, Kenzie.
I know, but- Mummy.
You are the most intelligent one out of the both of us.
Oh,
you,
fuck off,
You come
no.
up with the most succinct and eloquent statements.
That's
and I'm just
because
like in
usually,
awe.
though, I have it written down and it's a rehearsed sentence. It's
You've just broken the illusion
for
for me.
example, when we broke our mold and we did Barbie, and
Yeah.
I was trying to explain it to everyone. They were saying, you know, what's it like, what's it about, and so I wrote down, this is what I think, and then I rehearsed it, and then so when people asked me, that's what I said.
Yeah. And plus, you just have that English lit analytical nature about you. I'm just vibes. I like this for this reason.
Yeah.
This is I can recognize themes and motifs.
Yeah.
Character tropes. But yeah, I suppose that's the 1-star about us. What about the 5-star? What's 5-star about us? We're consistent. We're reliable.
We're consistent, reliable. We're there every Monday morning.
I could be a bit better with TikToks actually. Yeah, sometimes there's one book I just made one TikTok for. It was just
Sometimes
like,
I don't realise it's a Monday and I forget to post for a little bit.
sometimes I feel like I nag you. I'm like, Kenzie, hello. Or the night before, I'll be like, do you have the image for
Yeah.
Instagram? As a
But one time, it was only one time this year, I was like, I don't have it, Claire.
yeah, it's okay.
But yeah,
We're
it
very
used to be
organised.
good because when I was working, I started at 8:30,
Yeah.
and then I would do like my first task,
Yeah.
and so I had like a quick break at 9 o'clock, and so that was fun. So then I could do it. But now that I'm only part-time working,
Yeah.
it's like Mondays are just another day for me.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so,
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, I remind you or ask if you have the image on Sunday as a subtle ploy to remind you that
Yes.
we are posting.
But sometimes though, I wake up and I'm like, I'm really busy right now. I will
Yeah,
post it
that's
when I
fine.
can.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, so long as it comes out on the Monday.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Do we want to change anything about that? Are you happy just posting Mondays?
I think
It's Mondays for us and it'd be Sundays for everywhere else,
yeah.
but
which I think works. Like,
that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
yeah,
I know a lot of podcasts, just whether it be lifestyle, sports commentary, whatever, it's always seems to be a Wednesday.
yeah. I was gonna
Like,
say
I
a lot of
don't
my
understand.
podcasts I listen. Well, some are obviously they release on the Monday, so I get it on the Tuesday, and then I have other ones that are on a Wednesday and a Thursday. I'm like, I just need like a different day. Like they just those days don't work for me.
Yeah. Wednesday seems, I suppose it's a midweek
Yeah.
hump day thing.
Yeah,
And especially if it's a lifestyle or if it's perhaps celeb entertainment gossip type of situation, or they kind of upload as
Yeah.
things happen.
I like for us, well, even the America Sunday and us Monday, those 2 days kind of work because I like that you get to listen to it, and then if you're not a person who just sits and listens to the whole thing, you like can listen to it throughout the week,
Yeah.
and then by the time it's done, you have like the other
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Whereas like if I listen to, you know, like a Wednesday release, I get to the weekend, I'm like, oh well, I'm busy now, and then sometimes I won't finish it because then by the time I get to the next week, like it's all disjointed.
Maybe just as a general note for us, maybe we can post throughout the week what the next book is.
Yeah.
So people are aware. Otherwise, it's just like a surprise shorty every
Yeah.
time and no one's ever prepared.
Yeah.
But that's fine because
I think, yeah, only very like rarely we've posted like exciting stuff coming or whatever, like blah blah blah. But
yeah, maybe we just need to be a bit more theatrical on the socials about it.
Yeah, okay. Here's another goal, and because I don't care about being perceived, so I am happy to jump on the stories and be like, "Hey guys, this week we're reading this book." Like, DM us, like, if you have any thoughts, or like, I'm happy to put myself out there. Yeah,
thank you. I'm just all right, we'll hold you to it.
Yeah, I will be the bookfluencer.
Bookfluencer of the duo. You'll be the face of Letterboxd Book Club.
Yeah.
I just sit and edit in my dark room.
In the dark room.
Makes all the
like Harry Potter. I'll be in my room making no noise, pretending I don't exist.
Exactly. Nah, it'll be fine. And yeah, just a general goal, because I forget that YouTube has like a community thing where you can just type, all right, this is released this week or whatever. So
also, so another exciting thing that was happening, I think a little bit last year, but like we were getting more like comments and stuff.
A little bit, on YouTube. To be fair, we did clickbait. We claimed there were audiobooks and everyone would be confused. You made me put it there. You're like, make sure audiobook is a tag. And I'm like, Kenzie, they're not going to like that.
Well, I listen to audiobooks.
A lot of the comments are like, this isn't the whole book.
Yeah. I think as well, like maybe... Yeah, so jumping on like stories and like we can do polls. I'd be like, well, these are our choices this week. Like, which book do you want to see us do first, or whatever? And like, I'm gonna jump on there and like, manipulate it. But
it's like, how are you gonna do that when we're 8 books ahead? We're 8 weeks ahead. Maybe build up the Instagram followers first, and then we can start being interactive.
Yeah.
Again, I just like being out there. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Now that my frontal lobe is fully developed, I'm like, I'm okay with being embarrassed. And I listened to this podcast the other day.
It always comes back to the frontal lobe.
Yeah. Anyway, and it was about acting, and it's like I guess like influencers in a way are like actors. Yeah. And it was saying a lot of actors will say, like, if they're filming something like comedies, for example, they're like, can we just film all the embarrassing stuff first? Like, let's just get it out of the way. And then so like, I'm happy to I'm going to embarrass myself and I'm just going to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I need to allow myself to be embarrassed. Feel embarrassed. Maybe I just get too much second-hand embarrassment from family members for various reasons, and like, I just can't do it. Yeah. But no, I'm glad you're willing to do that for us, Kenzie. Maybe that could be my next goal for 2025. Yeah. Be a bit more sillier or something. And like, I think one of the goals was to use Twitter more, and I still haven't used Twitter more.
Well, that's X. No, maybe we should get Threads.
Threads, no. Yeah. No, but the thing is, even though Twitter is now rebranded as X, no one ever calls it X.
It's still Twitter, yeah.
So I don't know what Muskie Boy's doing.
Yeah. Oh well.
I think that concludes this episode of Letterboxd Book Club, our 2023 wrapped with all our goals and ambitions for next year. Yeah. Thank you everyone for the love and support and joining us this year. Yeah. Keeping us alive, fueling... keeping the potty alive. It validates us. And like, we're going to do it regardless.
Thank you for all of our new listeners.
Sure.
For helping those wrapped stats.
It's like, we don't care about anything, but here are our stats that we're very proud of. Very conceited.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. For keeping us on our $0 salary job. Which is fun. It's fun. It gives us
It's a hobby, not a side hustle.
Yeah.
Because we're not trying to pump out anything to make any money.
Yeah. Enjoy the holidays with your family.
Happy holidays, of course.
Have a great New Year.
Great New Year. Hope everyone is safe and well. Yes. And happy birthday to Kenzie today.
Thank you.
Even though...
by the time it comes out,
in 2 weeks' time, no one's going to give a shit.
That's fine. Hey.
So keep an ear out for next year. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Bye.